What's going on? What's the word? It's a Bantu awakening, heard all over the world. What's going on?
Our heart pumps from electricity. We're electrical beings.
Yeah.
Electromagnetic, yes, we are.
Kosi Silverback Congo, yes, sir.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. I want to piggyback off Elder Dream, what he mentioned about speaking to nature. I have in many occasions, I've never said it before actually, but in many occasions I have spoken to the rain, to not rain till I got to work, or till I got to whatever, to my destination. And it does happen, you know. But if you tell somebody that, they'll say, that's just, that's right. You know, they won't, it's a disconnect, right? I mean, if you're not accustomed to hugging a tree or talking to a tree, talking to your food, if you're not accustomed to that, if you haven't been doing that, that's a disconnect, right?
Yes.
So they will have you think that, okay, the only time you can talk to your food is when you pray for it, so you can eat it. You know, the only time you can kill an animal is when you're about to eat it, right? The only time. So all these habits come from people who come from scarcity, people who come from a place where there is no connection, right?
Yes.
Right.
But I do have a question. I have a question. But before I say that, yeah, so it's like, if you look at, there's a lot of rituals in the Bible. There's so many rituals, right? You know, there's a time when Messiah was called and he spoke to the pigs, he got them to run over the mountain, the fellow. And there's times when he spoke to the water, there's times when he spoke to the trees, so that, because they didn't give him food. There is times when Elijah spoke to the fire to come down from Zulu down to earth. These are the things that we just, as a people, we don't seem to understand that these are, to us, it's natural. Okay? I'm going to give you actually a recent one. These things that happen, yes, it's very true. Those things are happening back home, but to specific people, okay, who are practicing these things. When these things are ours, this is our. The only way you can worship the Father is when you acknowledge these principles. Okay? So the way, and I keep saying it all the time, what you do on a daily basis, how you worship the Father. On the day, so basically everything you're doing every day, you worship the Father. But if these people have programmed you to believe that you need to go work, you need to go, celebrate the holidays, and do it, all the things that they do is what they do in the kingdom of Shetani. That's the world. Yes, okay? And this is where the separation is going to get thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. But if you guys remember, when they asked George Washington Carver, how did he come up with these, these plans and these science? He says, I go to the bush and I speak to my plant. Okay, he spoke to nature, right? Many times when I was sick, I went to sleep and I got the answer. I woke up. Oh yeah, I need to go by that and just that's the way the Father is. We are one with nature, but if we have entities teaching our kids, coming in our midst, So the question that I have really comes, Mama said, why people believe that the earth is only 6,000 years ago. It's only 6,000 years. Maybe that's how long they've been here. That's them they've been here. 6,000 years.
Yes.
So we need to, the question that we should start asking and really ponder, because every time I say this, I think it just goes in our ears and then we forget about it. Where do these people come from?
No, I ask that all the time.
Where do they come from? We need to find out where they come from. All this, They've been stopping stuff, disrupting this. Where do they come from? Because where do you come from? This
Thank
is why
you.
I have a hard time working with these entities. I have a hard time because even this they annoy me when they open their mouth.
Their
You don't
energy.
have anything. You cannot even speak.
Their
Okay?
energy
Where
is
do they
so
come
off.
from? Okay, that's what we need to find out. Where you people come from? Where they come from?
Where do you come from?
Because I know the DNA is not like mine. It's not like mine. We're not the same people. They don't come from me. They don't. Okay?
Our carbon makeup is different, you all. I don't care what they say, talking about we all one, we all the same. According to science, we're not.
Yeah, so where they come from?
I don't know. I've been
Listen.
asking that.
I've asked the white man where you people come from. We need to be asking these people consistently where you people come from. Because you're the troublemakers of the world. The world's in trouble because of you people. So where do you come from?
The pits of hell.
They quickly tell me where I'm from, where the first person is. I don't want to hear you tell me something that belongs to me. You tell me where you come from. Where do you come from?
That's a good question because they always studying other people and they found something over there and I see in Mexico now that was all has to do with spirituality. They so fixated and fascinated on studying other people. Why not study really yourself? You don't see them studying themselves much. So that's a good question. I've been asking that for some years. Where they come from? And they said 6,000 years ago. You see how they contradict themselves because they said the pyramids are thousands and it's way older than 6,000 years. So if the world just came 6,000 years, and the pyramids are older than that. Do the math. Do the math, people. It doesn't add up. Doesn't make sense.
And if they have been here, what would
they say 6 to 10,000 years is when they came.
Years.
So that's why they say 6,000.
So if they've been here for anywhere between 6 to 10,000 years, and you had this certain group of people who say that they are the children of God, but there's been people here
way before,
millions of years before them. You think the Most High waited all this time to come on now? Come on.
No.
It doesn't make sense, does it, y'all? It doesn't make sense.
Makes no sense.
No.
We listen to the general. That's how we listen to.
And even if they've been here for 6,000 years, where did you come from? Where were you 6,000 years ago? Where did you come from? If you've been here, we can prove where we came from, but where did you come from? 6,000.
My speculation.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I have my speculation also.
I think some of them slipped in from that lower astral realm, you know, of darkness.
I hear a ding, 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 ding.
I mean, the proof is in the pudding. All you have to do is look at the actions. You all, we all of us have stated the things that they have done around the globe. How they have steal, they have killed, they've destroyed everything that they do, even their creation that they think. And you know what's so interesting?
Get back to it.
Some people are saying that we have regressed backwards. And so now that's why they're saying we're headed into the fourth industrial revolution where knowledge and invention is going to increase because we reverse back. Why did we reverse back? Because we weren't ruling. It was another entity that are not creators. When you look at the word Ntu and Muntu in the Kintu, Huntu, Kuntu, Ntu, Muntu, Mu, man, Ntu, force, power. It is saying that we, man, is the physical representation of the Ntu thing. And they said that our ancestors worship all these things. No, they knew. That's why they had that the Kuntu, I think it's the Hintu, and the Muntu is four of those. They're saying that the Ntu or the force, the life force that people call God, is in everything. It's in the tree. Mm-hmm. It's in the air. It's in the water. It's in us. It's in everything.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, very, very correct.
Yes. Will you finish in Kosi Silverback?
Oh yes, yes, yes. Oh, definitely, definitely.
Okay, we had 3 hands that are up, and I want to try to, bring this to a close too, because we've been going. We may have to do this, bring this up again and kind of stay on topic too. we've been hitting everywhere. Bantu mother, yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to make a quick statement that scientists have found that the Black man, woman, and child are the only ones on Earth that's 100% human. That's one.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The Europeans bragged that they are not 100% human because they are mixed with Neanderthals.
Mm-hmm.
That's been scientifically proven.
Yeah.
And my third point is the Europeans are afraid of us regaining our power. They really are afraid of the Black man, woman, and child. They are afraid for what they know about us, our spirituality, what they knew about the ancient us.
Mm-hmm.
Just like real quick, like those 3 guys jumped out of the boat and start beating up Grandpa because they are cowards from the beginning. So did they come out of caves?
Mhm.
Yeah, they did.
That's a
They
question.
did.
That's not
Yeah.
That's another topic, and it's another Zoom session.
But yes, they did.
They did come from the
Did they
cave.
come
Yeah,
out of
that's
the
very true.
Caucasus Mountains?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why they call Caucasians. Yes.
Like case closed.
Yeah, well, allegedly, Mama, allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly, because we haven't done the research. We have not gone to the Caucasus Mountain and found the DNA in those caves and whatever else that comes from there, whatever else reptilian that comes from there.
Okay. So that answers my question. But scientifically, they say that Caucasians are not 100% human.
I said that too.
They are mixed with the Neanderthal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Brenda just said that she feels in her spirit that the Neanderthal are the fallen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mhm.
I feel it too.
Yes.
I feel that too.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they don't want to talk about
Exactly.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, because they were huge. They were huge creatures.
Yes. And go see Dream.
Yes. See, when we were talking about the color of the toile, that reddish, I think it was Bantu Mother who brought up the sardine and the jasper stone, like the embodiment of the colorization of the red people would be from that sardine stone, yeah, jasper stone. And so I thought that was something to, when we look at the likeness of the creator, he says he's like a jasper stone and a sardine stone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That there is no pigment of pink in that.
No.
If you go and you look up sardine and jasper stone, especially sardine stone, it's an array. It goes from a very black to a variation of the reds with browns, and then the sardine stone. The sardine stone is just, and so that's how we know. Again, that's a melanin-oriented being. Melanin is a superconductor of information, right? As I see it, one of the ways that it works in us. And so for things that others would have to go through analytical processes to try and understand, we understand fundamentally because of the process of melanin working in us, right?
Yes.
Every time the sun hits our skin, we become more intelligent universally, not by their book standards, but we could write a book if someone was to unearth the information in us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I call it the birthright of us, right? These things that the Twa people do, these magics that our people did, that are doing still, that we're not doing, is a part of the birthright that we have as people who would be considered little gods by their papa, who is the main dude. So how can we not be displaying the very same essences to the degree that we need to in our community, and what the Most High exhibits and expresses. And as we have come to understand, it's just the educational processes that they've taken us through that has dumbed us down, made our spirit become subject to influence by their knowledge rather than what knowledge is already inside of us.
Yes. Nkosi Kangi, and then Mama Brenda.
Yeah, I was just going to say, going back to a lot of our people thinking that they're indigenous to this land of America. I've heard on more than one occasion, including your story, Yaya, about people going to the motherland and illnesses and ailments that they have disappear. And then they come back to America and the illnesses come back. When you think about it, there's something in your DNA that tells you when you step your foot on that land of Africa that it heals you.
Yes.
So that, to me, it tells me that you really are originally not from America.
Hello.
Exactly. Yes. Now, yeah, you're 100% right. Mama Brenda.
So I know some people say, oh, well, the Most High is a spirit. The Most High doesn't have a color, right? Okay, well, like I said, when you understand and you know it from our perspective, the African perspective, who the creator really is, then you'll know that what they're saying and what they're teaching in Christianity is not true about this. Now, so I said that to say this in this science article here, since he mentioned melanin, I want to read this here so people can know this, because I did a teaching on this a while back on that dark energy. It says melanin is a ubiquitous biological pigment found in bacteria, fungi, plants, animals, and interstellar space. The cosmos. That melanin is black, right? And it's in space. That's that dark energy that they say they can't
dark
see.
matter.
And the dark matter. Yeah. Matter that's where you get it comes from mother. So it's saying the black mother. And what's interesting, we took our son to a college yesterday, and he's gonna go into a science, interestingly enough. He's going into science, microbiology. So we went over there to that department, and the one of the professor was talking about, he was showing us the research and the people over there, some of the students doing research, and they was doing research on a type of fat cell, brown fat cell, white fat cells. Y'all know science is my thing. So I was asking questions. My son like, Mama, stop asking questions. I gotta go to work. I said, one of the students is getting ready to go to med school. So I said, well, they said that the brown fat cell has been found to be the good cells. The white fat cells, I said, so that's the bad cell then, huh? He said, yeah. I said, what's the question for you? Where does that brown fat cell get its color from? Is it from the melanocyte? Where's it from? And they said the mitochondria. And I'm saying to myself, mitochondria don't give you color. Now, this is somebody that's going to the med school. I'm like, oh, the powerhouse. And so the other student said, the powerhouse. I'm like, oh, yeah. I said, that's my cup of tea right here, y'all. My major is in science, so I got to hang with y'all. I'm like, so the brain will come from the powerhouse mitochondria? No. It's a melanocyte in there. And I told him, Nzambi, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna research that. He said, I know you are, because I know that it's coming from the melanin. So it long story short, I was talking about the color. I'm not gonna say what else we talked about, but it was very interesting that the brown fat cells are the good fat cells and the white is the bad.
And Mama Doris, it's interesting that you put that in the group chat, because that's what they said yesterday. That the babies have brown fat, And they say it is this brown fat that keeps you warm. You know, so the professor said, when you look at the bear, you know, before the bear hibernates, he eats, and he gets big. So when he go into hibernation, it's the brown fat that keeps him warm. And you know, when he comes out of hibernation, he says this real big bear. So now he's got to lose, you know, that brown fat.
And it's easy to lose.
So,
So that's
yes,
certain. He said for weight loss.
exactly. But I want to say this real quick. This has been a very, very interesting conversation, very interesting topic. And we're not trying to insult anyone's intelligence. What we are doing is bringing enlightenment. And so when we truly go back and look at the very start, the very beginning of man, man started in Africa. The world, the earth, not the world. There's a difference between world and earth. There's many worlds: world of insects, world of animals, world of fish, world of birds. So the earth was given to man to have dominion over the earth, which includes all of those worlds. We have dominion over those worlds. Our ancestors, they moved out from Africa and went out into these other lands. Now, just because they moved out and went out into these other lands doesn't mean that they're indigenous to that land. They are indigenous to Africa. They're Africans. And so they went out into these other areas. Some of us, yes, have been birthed. A lot of us have been birthed in these areas in which we have, where we live. Our ancestors have been brought over as slaves. We know that. Taken into slavery. We know that. But we're not indigenous to these places where we are. We're indigenous to Africa. When you say that you're not from Africa, that you are indigenous to the land in which you currently inhabit, what you are literally doing is spitting in the face of your ancestors who came from Africa and they first landed on these lands in which you live. You're spitting in their face. You're saying, I am not related to you. You're saying, I deny you. You're saying, I hate you. You're talking to your own blood. You're talking to your own DNA. You're talking to yourself, literally, saying, I hate who I am.
So true.
You know, before we end, and I'd like to just kind of add to that you're saying, you know, it's interesting how you can have a seed, right? If I take a watermelon seed and I take it from the Americas and I travel to China and I put that seed in the ground and I grow, I'm going to get a watermelon, right? I'm going to get seed from that watermelon. I take the seed from that watermelon. I travel to the Caribbean. I put it in the ground. I'm still going to get a watermelon, right? Mm-hmm. What has happened to our mindset where we misunderstand so much so that no matter where you take a seed, it is still what its origin is.
Yes. Yes.
We're African. They took us from the continent, so there's no way there will ever be anything else. You do not lose the orientation of your seed because your seed has been planted someplace else.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
That is my story on the street. That is my story on the street when I'm talking to any African child, that we are the same people no matter where we are in the world. We came from the same ancestors, the same seed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Elder. The
Yes,
dream.
ma'am.
That was perfect because that's what I was going to say.
Matando.
Yeah. Perfect illustration of who we are to nature. Right? It's a perfect illustration right there. That's how we are well connected with nature.
Yes. Yes, sir. Exactly. So this is why it is important for us to unite. When you look at the times that we're in now, when you see the falls, that is taking place, the collapse that's taking place. It is time for us to arise. In the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 9, it says that Esau is the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of the one to come. So, my brothers and sisters, you are Jacob, Yakubi, whatever you want to call him. And it is our time to arise. It is our time to take the power back. It is our time to unite as one.
Our time.
Our ancestors have left from Africa, and they came into this land before slavery, but we are indigenous to Africa. So our brothers and sisters on the continent of Africa, we are family. We love you. You've been taught that we don't like you. That's a lie.
True. Not true.
No, that is not true. That's not true. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you this one. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. Africans love Africans in America. I have never met an African in Kenya that said they hate Americans. They love us. They want us to come home.
And we're coming.
They love us. Let's get that clear. Africans love the Africans that's not in their country. They love us. And they tell me, we love you. We love you. When are you coming home to us? They don't hate us. I've been here for 3 years. I haven't met one African person said they hate Africans outside of Africa. They love us.
And we are coming home. We love you too.
Yes, love you
we
too.
say it. You know, we love you too, and we're coming home. So, brothers and sisters, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to this video. And we're going to be coming again, you know, because this is a very sensitive topic. It is a necessary topic. And it is a topic, again, that truly is calling us to unite and return back to who we are. We're stronger together. We're powerful together. And trust me, these evil entities know it. That's why they have caused such